Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel.
Yeah, see, so welcome back to the channel. Of course, if you have been living under a rock, you know about the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Now, regardless of if you agree, disagree with him, you rock with his takes, you rock with his political position, whatever the case. What happened to him was tough. It was tough. I saw the video. I saw the video from afar. I saw the video from up close, and I tell you what, it scarred me a little bit. I ain't gonna even front. And I've seen things like that before, and it's never like, oh, well, it desensitizes you. No, it don't. If it desensitizes you, then you got to start questioning yourself. You got to question yourself. When I seen it, at first I was thinking this might be like a professional hit. But then as more footage came out and it showed the kid walking down the street and showed him walking towards the school, and I don't think that a professional would be on camera walking towards the venue that he's about to perform a hit. Now we'll finish the rest of this. Let me see. We'll finish the rest of this, but this is a couple more seconds. I was disappointed when I seen so many people celebrating this man getting unalived, and in the manner in which they celebrated. I, for one, I unless somebody is just like a serial criminal, hardened criminal, whatever, I don't see how anybody without hate in their heart could justify celebrating somebody losing their life like that in front of their family. At the end of the day, if you don't agree with his political viewpoints, which I don't agree with his political points, to a lot of degrees. There's some things that he said that I could be like, okay, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. There's some things that he said, I'm like, oh, damn, that's kind of egregious. I don't know about that one, Charlie. But regardless of if I agree or disagree, I can't say that I'm like, yeah, man, somebody should just take out 30-06 and be on the top of a building while this man is sitting under a tent debating college kids and hit this man in his neck in front of his family and take his life. And then on top of that, celebrate the shit. I don't know. You got to be a different type of person to celebrate something like that, regardless if you like them or not like them. And the crazy thing about it is you celebrate the death of somebody that you've never met. So to say that you don't like this person, you don't like this person from a distance. You don't even know this person personally. You don't know him personally to just be on some, yeah, he deserved that. This man left behind a wife, 2 young ass kids. He left behind a wife and 2 young ass kids. These I think he had 2 daughters. These 2 little girls are never going to understand what it's like to be in a 2-parent household throughout the duration of their upbringing. Small sample size of being around their father. You celebrating that? I think you have to at certain points you have to put yourself in the shoes of the person, regardless of the fact. To celebrate this man being taken up out of here, eradicated, is one thing. But to think that you are in the right to celebrate this is crazy. I go back to, and I was thinking about this earlier, Hulk Hogan, who just recently passed not too long ago, about a month ago. Hulk Hogan was recorded having a personal conversation with people. He did not know that he was being recorded. He said some egregious things, absolutely. But he had to own that. He had to face consequences because of a conversation that he had behind closed doors that he did not know was being recorded. These people are deliberately picking up their phone, hitting the record button, recording themselves saying the most egregious things about, not even just Charlie Kirk, but just in general. Recording themselves saying the most egregious things. And then when there's consequences, they crying. Their next video is crying. I got fired because I said that I loved that this man got unalived in front of all these people. Dumb. Absolutely ridiculous. And this young man, Tyler Robinson, regardless of the fact, I go back to it. You don't like his political viewpoint. Okay, cool. Should he die from it? Should he die from it? I'm sure there was people that didn't think that the message that Martin Luther King had, they didn't agree with his message. And they got him up out of here. He should not have been eradicated because of it. Any person that you say is an activist or a political commentator or whatever, they're going to have viewpoints that somebody's not going to agree with. We've just seen that in this past election. I swear to God, I'm not making this channel into a political channel, but this is just this is too much for me not to comment on. We've seen this in this past election. It's divided. America is divided. We are in the last days of this civilization. We are embarking on the last year. It's just 250 years is coming up. Do your research. I'm not saying that most civilizations end in 250, but a lot of them. These last couple months is going to be interesting. July 4th, 2026, 250 years of America. It's just the things that are being put in place is just making everything really, really eerie. To be a person, to go to college campuses and open up debate. You just opening up dialogue with people. You're just having a conversation with people. And even if your viewpoints are, I would say, extreme, there's still talk. You just words. So you saying that, okay, if let's just say if you're saying that his viewpoints are extreme, which some of them could very well be taken as extreme. You meet that with extreme violence. You can't meet that with extreme rhetoric as well. You can't meet his extreme rhetoric with extreme rhetoric. You have to meet his extreme rhetoric with extreme violence. So if your motive is, oh, well, he spreads hate. So because he spreads hate, I'm going to spread this 30-06.
The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact, Tyler, also mentioned that he had changed outfits.
And then he gets on Discord and all this is crazy. Let me just finish.
I know there's been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well.
Okay, well they didn't.
Good morning, ladies and
gentlemen. They didn't share that point. But regardless of the fact, I think that there was some. I think one of the bullets had "Hey Fascists" engraved in it. I don't know. This is also, this is eerie. It just feels eerie. All of this feels eerie. You know, rest in peace to Charlie. Again, I have to preface this because people are so I am no way, shape, or form a Charlie Kirk supporter. I was not a Charlie Kirk follower. I wasn't subscribed to his channel. I've seen videos of his debates and clips of his debates, so I knew of him and knew about him and knew about some of his stances. I didn't know about all of his stances. I am a human being, and regardless if somebody is spreading hate or they have hate speech or whatever the case may be, I for one can't sit here and say that I am happy that this man is no longer with his wife and his kids. Man didn't do nothing to me. He ain't did nothing to make my life more difficult. I can't sit here and say that I can celebrate somebody losing their life in the way that he lost his life. I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't have it in my heart. I don't have that hate in my heart, man. And if you haven't figured out what this channel is about, I try to spread laughter. I troll. That's what I'm about. Every once in a while, I have serious takes and I have thoughts of, just this is bad. This is bad. And I'm trying to be positive about it, but I feel like this is just kind of, just the start of what is to come. Because it's about, if it's just political warfare, if it's, the left against the right, the people on the right are going to feel like they got to retaliate. And I don't want to make this a whole conspiracy video. I've seen some people, Patrick Bet-David had his take. If you don't know about Patrick Bet-David, look him up. I don't want to make this a whole conspiracy thing. So I'll keep those things to myself. But yeah, this might get bad. This might get bad. I pray that it don't. Get some God in your heart. If you don't believe, I'm sorry. If you are offended that I say get some God in your heart, unsubscribe. But rest in peace to Charlie, man. Condolences to his family and the people that celebrating this shit, saying that, oh, well, I can't show no compassion. I can't show no empathy to his family. And you can't show no compassion. What did his wife do to you? What them little ass kids do to you? What them little girls do to you? Why are you so angry? Why do you have so much hate in your heart? Man, go touch some grass, beat off, do something, man. Get that about you. But you come on, man. And if you don't have any empathy, any compassion, it pays you nothing to not record it and put it on social media. If you ain't got any, the old people didn't tell you if you didn't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I was told that a lot as a kid. Y'all acting like children. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the whole situation down below in the comments. I appreciate you for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Not even asking for no likes. You ain't gotta like it. It's cool. See you on the next one. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.